Welcome back to Out of the Box, the thinking blog. I'm your trusted host, Anthony Thomas. We have been talking a lot about success and how is success created. A lot of people think that, they have a passion, they have a goal, they have a desire to do something, and they think that when they start doing it, success is going to automatically manifest itself. And that's far from the truth. Which leads to wisdom tip number 3. Only success can create success. One thing I want you to truly understand is that everything produces after its kind. If I want success in my life, it's because if I want success in my life, I have to have the competencies and characteristics on the inside of me that produce success. If they are not present, then success cannot be produced. Because all of the elements that it takes to produce success is not within me. Now, let's go a little bit more in depth in that. Everything on the planet was created to develop after its kind. So in essence, apple trees will always produce apples. Orange trees will always produce oranges. Grapes will produce grapes. Horses, horses. Cats, cats. Dogs, dogs. Human beings, human beings. Unless they get caught up in some type of genetic thing where they start crossing the genes and different things like that, then yeah, of course you would have some form of a mutation. However, for today's lesson, I'm speaking merely in the context of everything producing after its kind. So what that means is that in order for you to be successful, or for I to be successful, we have to possess the characteristics and competencies required to produce success. Because that's the only thing that's going to give life to future success. So in essence, once I have the characteristics and competencies on the inside of me, what will happen is that when I venture off into a new endeavor, some great things that I want to do, maybe I want to take my vision to the next level. Once I have my plan and everything mapped out, in the last blog we talked about fear, so there's no fear because I've already learned exactly what it is that I need to do in order to be successful. So now I have my plan mapped out. I've already went through the research process. I know for a fact that I can do this, so my faith is intact. Once I have all that mapped out, then it will be natural for me now to perform the right behaviors required to take that from a thought to reality. So what do I mean? I already have all the successful competencies and characteristics on the inside of me. Which leads to what? The right behaviors. Because see, just having the characteristics and competencies on the inside of me will not produce success. What it will produce is the right behavior. So in essence, it produced the right actions. Faith without works is dead. So I can have faith that I can do anything, but if I don't have the right actions to go along with my faith, which when I say actions, I mean the right work to go along with my faith, it's never going to produce life. So by having the right successful characteristics and competencies in me, I can perform the right actions because I know now what those actions are. So now, once I have everything lined up, I'm performing the right actions on a daily basis. And as long as I stay consistent, I persevere, I'm determined, and stay focused, I, as well as you, in the same circumstance, can make it to your goal. That's my thought. What's yours? Thank you.